Okay, hello again. This is Malacosa, and you're watching episode 5 of the ManuFactory. As I can see, or you can see, we're just coming back from the Twilight Forest. Figured I'd make a stop in there and get us some additional resources. Mainly, we've been able to pick up a couple pieces of wool, some feathers, more seeds, but most importantly, flowers. And we also picked up some mushrooms as well. We also got a greatwood sapling, which we probably should plant. Some more sand, which I will take downstairs. Some more feathers. More raw venison, which we'll cook up. And some more leather. First, pumpkins. We're going to plant some pumpkins finally. Get those in the work. Why not just plant them right over here? We'll get 4 of them going. And remove that torch and place it right here. Yeah, why not? As you can see, my trees have grown quite large. And with that in mind, we're going to go downstairs and grab our axe and get some wood. I'll show you the power of tree capitator, and I guess it's called magnet mode. Oh, we're up, going up. Need some food. So just recap. We've got our pulverizer and powered furnace, but we need power. I did do a fair bit of mining between episodes and cleaned up various tunnels, but still no significant amounts of copper. After some reading, it is supposed to be able to be found between layers 10 and 70, so I guess I'm just having bad luck. So, on that note, let's get these trees down. As you can see, the trees have grown quite wild. In fact, they're basically overgrown. I planted 2 sections in a basically checkerboard pattern. This allows the trees to all touch and effectively, as you can see, be connected. I mean, we just harvested a lot of trees there. There are some holes only because I harvested a little bit before. And as you can see, the durability on my axe has gone significantly down. In fact, I will probably wear it out just on that. Yeah, so there you go. So there's our first section of trees. Now we got 5 and a bit stacks and 47 oak saplings. I find in this configuration that because there's so much overlap in leaves, it basically gives you enough leaves to replant the section, or enough trees to replant the section again, which is frankly exactly what you want. If you're going to use these extra saplings to do biofuel, then that would be another story, but we're not doing that. I think this will probably be the last time I plant seeds on camera. I promise, because this is really boring. Get these seeds in, and then we'll go downstairs and deal with our energy situation. All right. And there we go. And we're going to take the wood downstairs. And again, that'll be cool for now. Wow, that's a really cool effect. All right. So here's our setup. And what we need is power. So I'm thinking we need a pump from Buildcraft and a couple of other things. So let me get some materials and we'll get started. So I will be right back. Okay, we're back. A little bit of a change of plans. I just realized because I'm playing Feed the Beast Ultimate, the phased transport pipes for both power and liquid for Buildcraft aren't in this build. We've only got Tesseracts for teleporting stuff, and we're probably really not at that tech stage to be able to teleport stuff anyways. So I've decided instead to go with Stirling engines as our starting point. Stirling engines use just coal, and they burn it up and produce fuel. So the first thing we need is stone gears. And there's the recipe, and we need 16 of those. I'm going to build, I don't know, I guess 8 of them for now. So let's get some pistons going. I only want 8 pistons for now. Alright, so that'll, 9's good enough. What the hell, let's do 16. I'm sure we can always use more pistons. And now glass. And there's, what am I missing here? That's all glass. Yeah. Okay, so it's just a graphics glitch. There's my 8 Stirling engines. We're going to use, well, the other thing we should probably build is a minium stone at this point. Minium stones are really useful. They allow you to transmute a fair number of items. You get the shards of minium from killing creatures, and while I've been cleaning out mine shafts, etc., I've got enough to make exactly 1 stone. We also need an inert stone initially, so let's get that going. There's our inert stone. And there's our minium stone. The reason I wanted to build a minium stone is because I want to get a piece of cyan wool so that we can get a wrench. And in this case, I want a prototype Omni wrench because that is the way to go. We need 2 diamonds. And Mr. Skeleton, you're annoying me. Where did he come from? He must have come from here. Yep, must have. Alright, I'll have to close that up at some point. Anyways, a couple of diamonds. We're running low on diamonds again. And there's our wrench, which is one of our most useful tools. Now, we also need some pipes, power pipes in particular. That should be more than enough for what we need to do. I'm going to make golden conductive pipe. And I don't need piles of redstone dust right now. That's interesting. All right, so what we are going to do very quickly is install these engines and get them up and running. I am going to make just a couple of redstone torches for now, and we're just going to hide them up in here. We want these things basically always on because And don't worry about the fact that they're not aligned properly, because that's why we have pipes. And this is not a really good design. I just want to get this in quickly so that we can get our power running to these two machines all nice. And let's get these engines aligned properly. Oh yes. Ah, right, of course. I'm silly. We need wooden transport pipes to connect. So I will build some of those. 8. And they need to be conductive. As well. All right. Like I say, this is very temporary build, just to get power running. There we go. Okay, now if we align these engines, they're going to connect up with the wood. And if we put some, right now, charcoal in them, away they go. And they're starting to feed power. You can see the power go down. And look at that. We have power going to our pulverizer and to our powered furnace. That's excellent. All right. At some point, I'll make an engine room and we're going to use those other 4 Stirling engines. But for now, we're going to, more importantly, get our most used ore. And we're going to start putting this in. Get some silver going. And we'll get a full stack of tin going. So as you can see, standard pulverizer, what it does is it will suck down items from the hopper, throw them over into the orange, at which point the powered furnace is going to consume it and throw it in the chest, turn it into bars. And so we'll be right back once that has finished chewing up all of our various ores that we've collected so far. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Just as a side note, you will notice I have no armor, which is not cool. But more importantly, you will notice that I have been enchanting my weapons and tools. Typically, I've always been using level 1 enchants, which is why you only see, efficiency 1, power 1, sharpness 1. But even level 1 can get you some pretty good things. Like power 1 and sharpness 1 make a big difference for hitting. Let's go over here. I've also increased the size of this chest just temporarily. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, look at that. So I've moved all my ore, unprocessed ores in here. There's some extra dusts in here, which just because I've been managing the machines a little manually to speed them up. And I see we've gotten a fair amount of iron, gold, a lot of lead, a little bit of copper, and a fair amount of silver so far. Copper is the one thing I'm really kind of concerned about right now. You use a lot of copper for these machines, especially when you get into industrial craft. So we're going to try and solve that right now. Down in this tunnel, you will now see that I've laid out a bit of a pattern with my 8 turtles that I've been able to manage so far through 4 episodes. We're going to dig down here. Copper can evidently appear anywhere through layers 10 through 70, and we're on layer 12, so we should be good for copper. So what we're going to do is we're going to start these guys tunneling, but first what I really want to do is I want to make a tunnel program that actually returns them to these starting positions. The base tunnel program would look something like this, but it would leave them at the end of the tunnel. So what I want to do here is, again, we do have a tunnel 4x3 program, but as you can see, I want to do a 3x3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify that 4x3 program just to do a 3x3, have them dig the 3x3 to a specified length, and then return back to this position. So I will be back once I've written and tested that program. Alright, and we're back. So we're gonna go to this guy here, and we're gonna do a paste bin get, and I will put this link in the video description so that you all can have this. Again, it's just a simple modification of the 4x3 tunneling program. Alright, there we go. And here's the program. Again, we have tunnel first, no changes there. The tunnel return changes a little bit. We simply just turn left twice to turn around, subtract 1 from the depth, and then while depth is greater than 0, we try to move forward, and if we can't, we refuel, we dig, and we attack, just in case it's a block or a mob in front of us. And then while it's false, it'll continue to refuel, dig, and attack, and then eventually we will move forward 1 square, at which point we'll get out of this loop and we'll subtract 1 from the depth, and we'll keep doing that until all of our depth is gone, and that will mean we're back to the start. Again, our standard arguments, we'll get a depth from the player, convert it to a number, warn if it's missing, warn if it's not greater than 0, and then we simply tunnel and return. Pretty basic stuff. We'll control, we'll exit, and we'll actually start this guy off. Now I am in, this is the middle, I believe, so this will be 8, 7, so there's 6 blocks in front of them, and I want to go, let me see, I only want to go 2 more, so 32 plus 6, 38. I want to do 39. Tunnel 3x2, 39 is what we want to do. And we'll send that guy off. And I'll be right back after getting paste bins and starting all these guys up as well. Okay, we're back. And as you can see, all 8 turtles are now tunneling quite quickly, actually. I did stop the first turtle because I made a mistake. I actually wanted to go 3 chunks in, so that becomes a total of 55 squares if you count the 6 in front of them and the initial starting square, because they always count the starting square, or chunk, or block, I should say. So, we're gonna let these guys go. So yeah, the turtles are tunneling quite well, and as you can see, this is why we wanted them to return 1, these tunnels are going to be dark and mobs are going to appear, but more importantly, we're at such a deep level that there's lava. And I really don't want to have to bridge over lava just to get my turtle. So we're going to go back here. And we're going to be careful that there's no mobs or anything. We probably should get some dirt and close up these tunnels. The turtle will dig through the dirt, so that would be a useful thing to do. Get me some dirt. You'll notice as well, I did increase my barrel storage because cobble, when using turtles to tunnel, you get a lot of cobble now. I tend to be the type of person not to waste resources. I know that in the future I'm going to need cobble. I know you can build cobble generators, and we will be getting into that, obviously. But for now, having a good solid source of cobble isn't a bad thing. It just means you need somewhere to store it. So we're going to just block these up, and you can see a turtle already returning. That is quick. I guess he didn't have a lot to do. No copper though, so that is unfortunate. I'll just have to figure out how to get more copper. In this case, since this guy returned, we're just going to set him right up again. Now, for these, and as you can see, yeah, they are definitely starting to return. For these, the reason I'm leaving a 4x4 or a 2x2 blocks that aren't cut is because I will go down these tunnels manually after the fact and check for diamonds. So we want to leave these 4 alone, and then we want to put our turtle right here, and we're going to get him to tunnel 3x2, 55 down. And we're going to give him some coal. And we're going to go. And 2 more have returned. And again, no copper. That's really quite disappointing, actually. That's not where I want you to be. Three by 2, 55. Give him some fuel and go. Give me my turtle. And again. 255. Give him some fuel and go. Wow, they really are returning quickly. So quickly, in fact, I can't even keep up. I mean, that's great, but as you can see, my inventory is full. So we'll collect these turtles and put all the cobble away and get all the inventory, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back. And as you can see, our resource chests are getting really full. So one of the things I'm going to do is grab some iron and some gold out of here. And we're going to make a couple of chest upgrades. Because as you can see, this one's getting really full. This is getting really full. We've got a fair amount of resources now, but we still have no copper. So I'm going to have to figure out a solution to that. So we need 5 upgrades for wood. There we go. And I want 1 gold upgrade. Which requires a piece of iron and some gold. Excellent. Now these upgrades are nice in the sense that you can just, as you can see, use them right on your chests to upgrade them without having to move inventory around, which is great. This one, however, I am going to upgrade to gold, and it's gonna, of course, somehow that figures. Come on, break! There we go. Magnet mode for the win. Get all this stuff in here. The other thing we're gonna do right now, because we do have some extra dust, is, why is that? Is that chest really that big? Wow. We are going to get this dust out of here, and we are going to build a hopper. You've already seen me do that, but I might as well do it again if I'm not mistaken. Hopper requires a stone gear, a chest, and 5 iron. Stone gear is going to require some of that. And I need some sticks. Where are my sticks? That's good enough. Throw in some sticks. I'm not too concerned that I'm making way more stone gears than I need, because I just want the one hopper for now, so that we can throw that hopper there, and we'll throw all our dust in there so that when the furnace has extra cycles, it's just going to process that extra dust. Speaking of which, I guess I have more dust. To process, so go figure. All right, and there we go. The other thing we need to do, because a trip to the Nether is in the offering, is I need to produce armor. I have no armor right now, and that is not cool. In fact, I am just going to do it the old-fashioned way. There's my legs, there's my helm, there's my feet. Legs, helm, feet. And there's my chest. And we're going to go over here to the... we've got 22 levels. I'm going to just do them at 5 just to see. It's probably a waste. Protection 1. Oh, projectile protection. That's curious. And so it's basically all protection 1. And there we are. It is kind of a shame to not show this skin. I really do like my skin. It's kind of a combination of logger, so jean pants, plaid shirt for logger. I've got a big beard. I've got a mining helmet with a light on it, and then a construction vest. It's kind of a cool skin. Unfortunately, it's going to be covered up with armor, so we'll never see it again, which is too bad. I wish there was a way to... Well, I guess there is with the power armor. You can make it invisible. So that's good. So we have armor, we have weapons, and we have energy, and we have ores being processed, which is great. And we have our little cache of mining droids to help us mine. And what we need is copper. And I just have this strange feeling that I'm just digging too deep. So I think I'm going to do some more research about copper, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back, and as I suspected, my information was wrong. Evidently copper's found above level 40 and typically around level 50. So right now what I've decided to do is climb up to level 41, and actually, in fact, right off of one of my corridors that happens to be surrounded by lava that I've blocked off, I found not only a bee's nest. I believe these are cobble bees. I'm not sure. They are definitely stone bees of some kind. But then I also managed to climb up in here because there was some copper right here, mined a bit, and then I decided to explore around a bit. And I haven't opened it yet, but we did find a chest. So here it is. Here's hoping. And nothing. I mean, nothing really good. Except, okay, we got some creosote, we got some copper, and we got a steel shovel. So I will take it all, including the chest, but that's not really a lot. I'll probably explore more of these offline, but I wouldn't record any chests because they tend to have pretty good stuff in them, and just in case I find something really good, I definitely want it on film so nobody can say, hey, you cheated that in. But unfortunately, it looks like it's time to go again. So this episode we managed to get some Stirling engines up and running, processing our ore for us. We also used our turtles to do some additional mining, and I will luckily continue that off camera. Next episode, we're going to make a trip out exploring, looking for a good source of copper, and making additional energy sources. And I guess we should also probably explore the Twilight Forest. I mean, who knows what mysteries lie in there. So please like, subscribe, and leave any comments or suggestions. This has been episode 5 of the ManuFactory with Malacosa, and I'm signing out.